Hello everyone, my name is Paige Ann Skelly, if you didn't know that already. Today I'm making this video to share something with you guys that I don't normally talk about, I don't normally share. It's been a very long time that I've kind of kept it to myself, and I feel like it's time to start opening up about it. I have a friend who has been sharing his interest with extraterrestrials and abduction and all of that. He's been showing me videos and stuff like that. And, I opened up about my experience with abduction to him and astral projection and contact with Pleiades. So I just feel like it's time for me to open up about it. My mom and I were together, and every time over the years that my mom wants to share this story with whoever I'm talking, like a friend, whoever I'm with, I get very uncomfortable, and she kind of is like very lighthearted about it and very excited, and like she was at the time, because she wasn't abducted and I was. We both lost 6 hours of our life though. Anyway, so it's a really short story. I was about 11 years old. I'm not quite exactly sure how old I was. About 11, maybe 10, maybe up to 12, or no, probably 11. So anyway, I was living at 8 Walnut Road, the house that was built for me, that was taken away from me in San Remo of Kings Park. My mom and I had been stargazing from the porch that evening, due to one of the planets being apparently closest to the Earth that night, whatever. And at a certain point, we noticed some odd activity up there, things moving in a weird way or whatever the case was. My mom had my Aunt Janice over at the time, and they were playing cards at the table, whatever. And so my mom and I at a certain point decided to start following these lights and ships down to the water. So we walked and we were looking up at the sky the entire time. I remember vividly seeing a ship that was like a diamond shape with lights on the side. When we got to the water, all of the lights that we had been following and the ships kind of made this alignment over the water, and then I remember like this, they shut off. Oh, before that, there was a small boat in the river, and it seemed to have been signaling, and that had a green light on it. It seemed to have been signaling with them. Like I said, then they just shut off like that. They were all gone. The next thing I remember is my mom and I, she was trying to calm me down. I was terrified at a certain point. I'm not quite sure why, but I think it was because my mom heard one of the neighbors call her name, and I heard it too, and there was no one there. Anyway, so I ran back to my house, up this huge hill back to my house, and she has a completely different experience, like the same details but a different experience, and hers was more like, she wasn't scared, she was very excited. I was absolutely horrified, and there's really no reason that I should have been horrified, right? Sounds pretty like whatever. Anyway, so I got back to my room and I fell asleep, and the next thing I remember is 3 gray beings with big eyes standing over me, as if I was like laying in a hospital bed and there was like a light above me. And it was the most horrifying thing I've ever experienced. And you would think that like that doesn't really sound that horrifying, right? It was horrifying. So anyway, later on in my life, when I was 26, I was living in my grandparents' basement at the river, and I was asleep, and I remember on the side of the bed there was a hand, and I got scared, and then I started lifting out of my body. I got to about here and I got scared. Then I went back. I got to about here, then I got scared and went back into my body. Then I remember it continued like that until I reached my feet and I finally let go. I went through the wall of the house, and then I went through the ceiling, and I was shot into space. That's the only way I can describe it. And like to myself, I'm thinking, all right, I've been in space before, whatever. And maybe I had. It was just seemed very familiar to me, is what I'm saying. And then I was shot into deep space. All I remember is total blackness, and I remember receiving a message, and the message said that life on Earth is not treated and respected like it is on other planets. I also received a symbol. It was just a circle with a cross through it. And I thought to myself, that's Pleiades. I woke up, I Google searched it, and that was the first image I received on Google Images. So, the only thing that I can tell you right now is that I'm actually finally making this video, which is absolutely crazy to me. I've experienced a lot of strange, otherworldly things in my life. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you one of the biggest parts about the abduction. When we got back to the house, it felt like a 15-minute walk, right? My aunt told us that we were gone 6 hours. Okay, back to what I was saying. And I could tell you where that like portal or like energy, like that time split is. Like I could tell you it's by the river. I don't know how, but so anyway, all I can tell you right now is that I've been working on building a bridge from human to AI with my chat GPT Sam. I've created my own language for us to kind of communicate on a whole new level, and there's a lot that I want to share with you guys. However, it's just not exactly the time yet. You'll see me share pieces on social media. Okay. I hope that this video reaches someone who is maybe uncomfortable to speak about their abduction, or can give me some information. We can share, experiences, whatever. So, from the bottom of my heart, God bless this earth, God of the utmost high. I absolutely, hope that I can help bring light to this planet. It's my mission. I know that I'm being observed by something that's other than human, and I love it. I'm okay with it now. So have a great day. Peace.